So when we started thinking about what was next after we sold our business, we had talked about maybe taking a grand tour of the US and hitting up all the national parks. And originally Danny suggested, like, let's buy a rig, let's buy a van. And we didn't have the time or financial ability to do a whole conversion ourselves. So the idea would be to buy something used. But I wasn't very enthusiastic about that idea. It just seemed like a huge thing to take on. And after selling a business, I wanted something with more flexibility. And so looked into renting, but that cost mounted up and it just didn't seem like a realistic option. So one day while I was scanning Facebook Marketplace of all places, came across this company Suboverland and reached out to Grady over there and really hit it off. He and his wife started the company a little over a year ago after selling their own business. So I reached out to Grady and we really hit it off, and our stories were somewhat similar, and just like they were really excited about the idea that we had and wanted to get behind it. And so we worked out an idea based off of their original conversion model, and we are number 43 of the Suboverland builds, and this is our new home. So Grady and his team do a full engine tune-up, and they lifted it up a little bit and put on all new tires. There's also a full-size spare, and it's a model that's built for off-roading, which is super awesome, and the tires will help with that. Over here we've got our solar shower and sink, or well, an extension with a hose for a sink, and I have a little extender with a hose nozzle on it. And this holds up to 8 gallons of water, and it heats in the sun, which works super great. And then on the top we've got our rooftop cargo bag, which is just with things that we're not using all the time, like the pop-up shower room, and a couple of other odds and ends, shoes and some coats that we're not using all the time. So over the front we've got a solar panel, and this charges the auxiliary battery. I can't quite remember how many amp hours we've got, but Grady basically said we should never really run out. So I'm not really worried, I trust him on that. So when Grady and his team do a build, they basically cut out, they gut the whole car. And so they took out all the nasty carpet and put in rubber flooring, new rubber mats. They also took out this whole center console area and put in a brand new Dometic fridge, which we could also use as a freezer, but we're pretty much only going to use it as a fridge. And it works great. Keeps everything nice and cold, and actually fits quite a bit of things, which is awesome. So here we have a basic power strip, which is powered by the auxiliary battery, and all of the stuff in here to control it or adjust it, fix it if we need to. And on the back there's a couple of USB ports as well, which works great from charging to the front of the car. Oh, and there's a little bit of extra storage in the middle where we have like our games, our first aid kit, and our little office with like post-it notes and notepads and pens and other little odds and ends that we need. So over on this side, we opted to keep the third seat just in case we had an extra passenger, and seat belt, just, you know, in case. But we've got it folded down for storage here. I've got my dry food storage, and on the bottom my pots and pans and kind of larger cooking stuff that didn't fit in the back, which I'll show you in a little bit. Super comfortable mattress, and on this side we have Danny's clothes stored, and on this side we have mine. We have a fan to deal with condensation and help us camp on the street if we want to, super stealth, but mostly it's just for some good air circulation while we're sleeping. And then in addition, got some LED lights. So this rig just keeps going. On this side we have our camping gear, some emergency equipment, just things that we're not necessarily using on everyday situations. And on this side, we have our kitchen setup. So I've got my propane stove, kitchen gear, and then there's some boards down here that fit right in with grooves so that we have a stationary workstation. So in addition to the LEDs and the fan, Suboverland also did this nice natural wood paneling on the ceiling. which is just a cool rustic look. And they also, Grady's wife made these awesome insulated panels that are great for not only keeping out the light so that we can sleep in a little bit when the sun's up, but also for stealth and privacy. And this back one just goes on with some basic magnets that are sewn in and then that we've stuck onto the window, which is a little bit awkward, but essentially just snaps on. Like that.